Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Death Stranding Director's Cut. In the previous, God damn it, okay, well, I gotta bring up my fucking time here. Okay. In the previous, part, in the, first part, we kind of started this up, and, I didn't really, there's a lot of weird shit that's just going on. I remember what I was looking at in here. Just prepare to make a delivery. We have our goal, which is to essentially make it from where we are across the country to rescue. Did he just fucking wink at me? To rescue our sister. Here comes Bruce Willis. What do you want?
Well, have you had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
Well,
Porter,
relax there, Isaac.
Connecting anything. Or making knots.
Every time I hear "make us whole," I just think of Dead Space. Every time.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the Cairo network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications. Sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data.
Can't you guys make something a little bit more advanced than that handcuff?
So,
Like,
unless the necessary data stored on site, our chirograms won't
something
show
a little
up.
smaller, like a bracelet, like a smaller
Emily and the
bracelet.
other Bridges members you've seen around the place are grams generated with local data. In case you didn't know. Anyway, all you've got to do is find the knot, connect your Cupid, and bring Cairo communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past.
Yeah, that's that thing that's
All
made
the
with your
lost and
blood.
fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored. Like bringing
Strand,
a
right?
dinosaur back to life from a fossil. 4.6 billion years of history on Earth. All the wisdom and knowledge we lost since the Death Stranding will be ours again. And that, my friend, is how we'll beat this thing. Once you establish Cairo communications, generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use Cairo printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all kinds of things through the wire.
Except anything original. Or that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
True. Which is why we'll still need porters like you. Before and after we're made whole, we'll need men in the middle.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that. We'll give you the details at the dispatch terminal. Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there, too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on. There's something I want you to look into. My blood seemed to set those things off. Happened more than once.
Set them off? How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Theoretically, could you put that on your shoulder too? Because it's like the same kind of plug-in for the back. There's Mads again.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
I think this is probably the past, if I had to guess. Like,
I'll take care of him. I promise you.
but I don't think it's the baby's past. I think it's
Maybe. Maybe.
it's like I don't know. I'm trying to figure shit out, but I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Steady.
He's not literally dad, right? I don't understand how these things are made. I don't get it. Because I was thinking that maybe, like, the idea was that, like, they show you the past of, like, something they were, maybe? I don't know. Do I have another set of boots? Take on a new order at Capital City. Okay. See, because, like, couldn't you attach the BB to your shoulder as well? Like, especially the left shoulder? Because, like, the tube will reach.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, I know.
Your current objective is to extend the Cairo network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges Way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order. Deliver whatever they need, and connect the Cupid.
Private locker.
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
Items you don't immediately need can be stored in a private locker indefinitely. However, if you wish to reclaim them, you'll have to do so from the specific terminal you use to store them. Okay. Why do I have another set of shoes? Do you so, I mean, yeah, it takes damage, but do they, like, just, like, wear out over time? Okay, so smart drug delivery, way station west of Capital Knot City. Alright, so this is basically, like, straight over from where we headed last time. We headed kind of, like, right up there. Now we're just heading straight over.
Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
Alright. So... what do those, like, red symbols mean?
The last void out in Central Knot City brought deliveries to a standstill. Until now. Your cargo for this run is a batch of smart drugs. Oxytocin, to be precise. Oxytocin is effective at reducing stress. So much so that some folks call it a love or happy hormone. Once you've completed the job, connect the way station to the net.
I got it.
Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
Decide how to carry your cargo. How well you balance your load will affect your ability to walk. Cargo positioning can be adjusted. Definitely select cargo. Let me anchor. I can see, like, you can. Alright, so we got the drugs. Maybe I can put that on my left shoulder. There we go. And I have the drugs nicely tucked. They've given me, like, do I have to carry? Do I have to take all this shit with me? Yeah, might as well, I guess. Yeah, alright.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
Alright, so I have the climbing anchor. I have the 4 ladders. Oh yeah, and I can pee too. I think I probably have to pee, actually. How the fuck do you do that? Oh.
Can't do it now.
What? Why? Oh, do they not want you to, like, pee in the facility?
Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Now I can go. Woohoo! Hooray! I grew a mushroom. Does it always stay at 1 or? Yeah, be considerate away from people and property. Yeah, okay. All right, so now that we're out here.
Hey!
Let's see. We got a post box. Should probably remove all these markers, right?
Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Odra deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Yeah, so like, I want to like...
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Oh. It's in a fuck... It's already... What do you mean? Okay, that's dumb as shit. Submerging the pod in water? It's... The baby is literally submerged in fucking water. Like, it's literally in a pod filled with fucking water. Why would it care? That's dumb as shit. Oh yeah, I can see my shoes there wearing out at the bottom. God, everything has like a breakability bar. Not a fan of that. What's in here? Oh, I see. I feel like I don't necessarily need all these ladders. You know what I mean? Like... Okay, well that didn't really optimize. That didn't seem optimized. Maybe I'll put the ladder on my, at least 2 ladders on my hip. Like that, and then the climbing anchor, we can put that on the back. Oh yeah, I gotta confirm it, that's right.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Well, I'm gonna keep that cargo because I think it's fine. Alright, woo!
Sam, if you come up against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Be sure to try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
Alright, so... Probably put that there. Maybe? Oh. A little scary, but... Disconnected from chiral network. Okay, so use climbing anchors to descend. Alright, there we go. You know, I'm kind of wondering, like, when do we get, like, vehicles and guns and shit? Because, honestly, I don't want to do this shit forever. I want to be able to drive stuff. I know there's, like, vehicles, and I know that there's shooting, but see, like, that's the problem, is that, like, I want to get to that. I don't want to have to just, like, do dumb deliveries for the entire fucking playthrough. Like, well, at least like this is what I mean. Like, I don't want to have to fucking walk everywhere. Might want to take that off. How do I manage cargo? Yeah, we're gonna want to take this off here. we gotta wade through here. Well, there was another thing over here as well. Let me just go ahead and drop this here. So I can go over here and grab this. Plant samples. Alright. I don't know what this is over here. What is this? Memory chips.
Sam, if you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Okay.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization. Or the UCA. Or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. We may have a luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
Alright. S rank. The miscellaneous is really climbing.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but... The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years! And they sent us one guy. Shit. tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least?
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid.
Oh shit. Alright. Day for the UCA. Wow, I went like really fucking far. I guess, like. Went like through multiple states, but. Okay. Yeah.
Connection to capital, not city, confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Good work. New order available. Please
Alright,
access
so
delivery terminal for further information.
this stuff needs to go back to Capital Knot City. I need to like manage my cargo here. So I want that on my back. We should move this to the shoulder. It's more manageable, it seems. So like, it needs to go back to Capital Knot City, right?
Too close.
But if I deliver it here, it won't actually be delivered, right?
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now
Ah,
in
there's so
position
much
to
tutorial
provide you with
bullshit.
additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Okay. So see, like, deliver lost cargo. So see, it If lost cargo is taken to a facility other than its intended destination, the following option can be selected. Entrust a store. Submit the cargo to the facility, entrust its delivery to another player, and return its content to its original owner. Don't do anything. Do not submit the cargo, keeping it on your person in order to deliver it yourself. So I can basically put all of this, right, in here, but there's no guarantee that it's going to actually be delivered. But how are you gonna know if it's actually delivered?
Delivering cargo.
And how long does that take? All right, and we also have the memory chip. Because I don't want to have to go all the way back for all that bullshit. I don't have to walk all the way back there.
Right at home in my collection.
All right, well, that was completely pointless. The following data can be viewed on your cufflinks. Frame arms, Bayako.
Thank you for your contribution.
Okay. Frame arms is a series of original plastic robot figurines created by Kotobukiya, one of Japan's premier manufacturers of plastic models. Each robot shares the same basic frame architecture with different external parts being attached to create an individual mechanoid. The Bayako, White Tiger, figure is a rare masterpiece based on one of Yoji Shinkawa's designs. The fully realized world and captivating story behind the Frame Arms series won it many dedicated fans. Well, I've never seen Frame Arms. I'm familiar with Kotobukiya, but... So these are basically like collectibles, I guess. Okay, so really all I have is the ladders, the 2 ladders, and the climbing anchor. Oh, I see. So see, there's some ladders in here too. So yeah, so see, these all need to go back to Capital Knots. Nobody wants to deliver these because they don't want to have to walk all the way back.
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Yeah, I can read. Alright. Claim cargo, so yeah, that's what's all in here. There's ladders, there's the lost cargo. which people have pretty much like damaged. Alright, so I can make certain stuff.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
Some combat bandwidth available to you. Structure to make sure with other players once built. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Construction post box. Okay. And rare metal delivery.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Yeah, okay. And then put that on the tool rack. So we have the 6 rare earth metals, the climbing anchor, the 2 ladders.
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated to build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Post box construction site. Okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Old magazines.
Hey! Anybody hear me?
There's a guy over here. Oh. How odd. Let's slowly go down here, shall we? So the thing that I'm like noticing, right, is that there's like a lot of, like with Deliver at All Costs, there is a lot of like physics-based shit
Sam,
in this.
remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Okay, well I need to... build this stupid...
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Okay.
Good work, Sam.
I could, I guess I can't. I mean, it, like, had to start fucking raining. It's like this is like, I honestly, this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm, like, not necessarily a fan of this game, right? It's because the problem is that you have so much shit that works against you. And see, so now my cargo is damaged. My cargo's damaged because of the rain.
God damn. Hey!
That guy again, apparently. So we have the lost cargo for this, and there's resins here.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
There we go. Skip all that bullshit.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible. everything.
Good work.
What do I do with this? I don't necessarily know what I'm doing with that. Okay, so we need to get here. So, and go up. Shelter from timefall here. All right, so we want to go basically here. I think we want to go all the way down to like here. I think that we'll kind of plot from when we get there because I don't know how steep this is. I might have to like go down here and around. We should probably do that anyway. To there. To there. There. To there. It's probably for the best. How do I wonder how I make a sign.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Well, I don't have any of those, so. Alright, so we got a box down here. Mule boots. Oh, oh.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Whoa, wait, what? I don't have any fucking weapons.
Sam, don't get too close to mule territory unless you have to. Focus on your deliveries for now.
Well, maybe you can... Oh, shit. Maybe you could give me some fucking weapons. Rainbow.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
So it makes the cargo containers less impact resistant. So I guess like if I don't fall, then they don't get damaged. All right. Well, I'm at A4 now. What the hell is this thing? Alright, so I'm outside the chiral network now.
Keep on keeping on.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that? Oh, great! Alright, so we got some BTs. Let's just take her easy. Okay, well.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
Toxemia? Okay, well.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Oh! A bike! Has no battery. I need a battery.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Okay, well, delivered all that. None of it got damaged, because I didn't fall at all.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
S. Reach grade 10 in any delivery category. People think of you as a porter that can be relied on for basic orders, but with time and effort, you may one day be recognized as a true legend. Miscellaneous grade 10, you now receive more likes. Delivery time seemingly is not going up. Cargo condition has gone up to 3. Bridge link hasn't gone up either.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
All right.
As always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
UCA membership, increased faculty functionality. As more facilities join the UCA, Bridges HQ will be able to provide additional functionality to those facilities, such as the ability to fabricate equipment and weapons via the delivery terminal. The range of available weapons and equipment may increase, and new terminal functions and information may be added as things progress. Mules and Drone Syndrome, Bridge Babies Timefall. Mail data, recycle. Is not connected to chiral network, establish enabling you to see an access to other player structures, etc.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Okay, recycle. Okay. I recycle this resin. I guess.
Thank you for your continued support.
Alright, well.
Your work is greatly appreciated.
Alright, go to my room.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been
Trust me, I'm not.
removed from its steel mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs.
I don't know anything about it.
Expand the chiral network and
If we're being honest.
past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
I don't understand why he handcuffs himself to the fucking bed.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam?
What do you want?
Can you see me?
Clearly!
He's over there.
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs.
Exactly.
As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
Not really. What you need is a fucking weapon that can kill them.
I'll be waiting, Sam.
That's what you need. Hope isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. Fucking a weapon will. You got all this technology, built all this bullshit. How come you can't build a weapon to kill these things?
Waiting for you.
I mean, can't you, like, build technology to, like, observe these things in the wild somehow? Use somebody like Sam to, like, have technology that can observe these things to maybe figure out a weakness to them?
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower?
How about
It's
you not
good for
tell
the
me
body
what to
and
do?
soul, and also my research as it happens.
Why don't you not tell me what to do? I was actually going to take a shower, just being honest. Yeah, it's probably the first thing I'll do, actually. Let's go ahead and just take a shower.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Oh, okay.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and manner. Results thus far are inconclusive.
You think if I piss on the BTs, they'll die? Maybe that's the weapon.
Qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chirelling. Dispensing.
Pretty gross, dude. Oh, it's like blue.
With you.
Why?
Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT.
Oh, actually.
I'm curious to see how they
Oh,
react.
dude. Actually, now, okay, never mind. I do want to take it
Who
now.
knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our Doom's affliction.
I still don't really know what Doom's
There may well be
is.
hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
You know, it says here, it says it's a rare condition, but it seems like fucking everybody and their mom has this shit, because they're like, oh, I have it, oh, she has it, you got it.
Sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but
I'm sorry,
I figured you'd
grenade.
want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral Network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up, would you? Abilities granted by Dooms vary from sufferer to sufferer. Most common at low levels is the ability to sense BTs. Skin displaying a rash in response to their proximity, while a higher level than 2 allows sufferer to see them. Unique abilities appear to manifest between levels 2 and 7, such as the ability to jump between points via the own beach, and the ability to summon and control catchers. I don't know what the fuck that is. Large aggressive BTs that appear. Okay, that's crazy. It is possible for Doom Sufferers to level up his abilities with the assistance of an extinction entity. The fuck? An EE? I get it. Dooms has severe drawbacks since all sufferers experience extremely distressing nightmares of a singularly apocalyptic theme, which can cause or exacerbate mental illness. While sufferers are more resistant to Corellium exposure than normal humans, they are not immune. Higher levels of Dooms may precipitate the erratic, suicidal, or homicidal tendencies of the Homo demons. Possible for a male Doom sufferer to pass the condition down to a fetus they conceive. Okay. So Sam has Doom's levels of 2, enabling him to sense BTs, yeah. Oh, so see, Fragile, she has higher levels of, she has a Doom higher level than 2, which is what allows her to jump to other locations. I was wondering why she just, like, would teleport away, right? That's what that is. Hartman, not specified, but his abilities to regularly visit the beach and return to the living. Okay, so how do you fucking get this though? But like, how do you fucking? It doesn't really say here. It just says that it was spread throughout humanity by Bridget/Amelie. How does she spread it? Is she like patient zero? Hmm. Okay. Well then. All right. So now I gotta fucking shower water. Fucking.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Yeah. Fuck off. I'll just drink the drink. You know what? Fucking, I'm thirsty, brother. Let's go. Stamina boost, baby. Alright, so I have 2 things of mail. Benjamin Hancock. Sorry, Sam, bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals. Everyone at the district center really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, though. That bike you saw outside, its battery's dead. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once, though. Auto charge should kick in after. Sorry if we got your hopes up. And I've got some more bad news for you, too. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need. And to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart, whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over at the way station. He used to be a reliable porter. But lately, it's like pulling teeth getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever, always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half of his load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short of materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll soon help us put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. So this is, it's George. Sam the man, our savior. Things are looking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, when we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot, but after a while, some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. They used all these emojis. When Central went up, I told myself, this was it. America's done. Everyone was feeling it too, and the mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed on in. I know that what you're thinking. At first, I thought it was just the oxytocin too. But that's not it. Not all of it, anyhow. You gave us the glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again, even. Watchtowers, too. Before long, we'll be opening up new delivery routes. Mark my words. It's still scary out there, though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one and end up dropping half our equipment. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. And that's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? So go show us how it's done. Okay. So, Mules and Drones Syndrome. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America. In order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by reestablishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI managed. Brother, it all comes back to reality. Deliveries carried out by drone. Yeah, we're living that. I mean, like, I wouldn't say delivery networks are what are holding society together. Well, no, yeah. I mean, communications delivery networks, I guess, is like the big thing, and it's not necessarily AI managed now, but we're getting there. Deliveries carried out by drone, not necessarily, but it happens in some places. I wish I had drone delivery where I lived. I would love to experience that, like, just at least once. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system, but things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man. And indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seem to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them, and that brought upon a whole new disorder, delivery dependence syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. It wasn't helped by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Oh, I see. So the chiral clouds basically kind of destroyed modern technology, right? Like cars and planes and trains and drones couldn't work anymore because of the Corellium. So basically people just had to deliver shit. That's why we're at where we're at. Eventually, delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. Oh, so the mules, so these mule people, right? They're like people who are addicted to delivering. They're like amped up. So that's why when they saw me, they're like, oh, "Give me your cargo, give me that fucking cargo. I want to deliver it. Give it to me." They're like addicted to, instead of being like addicted to drugs, they're addicted to delivering. That's fucking weird and also kind of cool. Like you imagine that? It's just like the idea. Who the fuck came up? You think Kojima himself came up with that idea? Do you think he was just like sitting somewhere and was like, I want people to be addicted to something in my game. How about like this whole idea of delivering? What if we make people addicted to delivering? What if they're so in it that they just they're amped up and they want to steal cargo from other porters, so they're addicted to delivering shit. Like, it's not a bad idea. Like, what a very unique concept. All right, thanks, Bruce Willis, for that. Deadman, Bridge Babies. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs if that's what you want. They call me Deadman on account of my familiarity with the dead. Get it? Yeah, so people have been pointing that out. I saw a video the other day, a TikTok, where somebody pointed out how, it's nice that, in this game, Kojima just, names all these people the most, stupid and basic names because it's easy to remember and it, identifies the person, right? So, I'm guessing Heartman, it has something to do with his heart or something like that. Then you have Die Hard Man, which is, he's obviously a big fan of the film series. I don't know what his fucking thing is. Dead Man, his familiarity with the dead, yeah. Oh, there was Mama earlier. I'm guessing she's probably called Mama because she takes care of everybody like a mom. That was the concept, right? That everybody has a name that kind of relates something to them, so it's easy for you to remember instead of having all these overly complicated character names that you kind of have to remember. Makes sense. That we've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason I work on BB maintenance and research. Learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they discovered to practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work had already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say we have any idea how they work, not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain. Their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. Well, I think that's about all I have to tell you today. Hopefully I'll have something new to share next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. By the way, I just bought Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, the Criterion Collection box, like version, the 4K one. If you've never seen his version of Pinocchio, I suggest seeing that. It's on Netflix. It's really good. It's actually a really cool stop motion version of Pinocchio. All right. Hartman. Oh, that guy was in the room with Bridget. Okay, so now I know what he looks like. Timefall. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred, and despite all the years that have passed since then, we are no closer to understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for the objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water having done so. Well, as I said, I said this earlier. My thought, right, was that it's actually it is that essentially whenever these BTs came or whatever, the Carillium clouds, right, that is like what passes overhead, and the Carillium clouds start coming down as normal rain, but when BTs show up or they get near, that's when it starts to accelerate the time fall, right? So at least that's my thought. So when the rain comes down, or if it's coming down as timefall, right? I think that the idea is that it's the Carillium is mixing with water, and the water mixing with the Carillium or Chiralium is creating some kind of a new, I don't want to say like a new element, but maybe that's the idea, is that water plus Chiralium is creating a new element which basically in liquid form makes things accelerate. Like, well, I don't want to even say accelerate in time. I feel like it's drops of actual time, and how much time is in there. I couldn't really tell you clearly. But my thought is that it's the Chiralium and the water are mixing to form some kind of a new. I mean, I guess we could use the term element, but or compound, a new compound that essentially is I don't want to say like it's like bottled time, right? It's like time in a droplet. And maybe that time is a year, maybe that time is like months, maybe it varies depending on how much chiralium is in a raindrop, right? So maybe it's different. So the more raindrops you get hit with, like cuz you saw earlier at the beginning Sam got the one drop on his hand and it kind of aged his skin a little bit. Maybe it varies from drop to drop. I don't know. Maybe it's like a specific amount of time. But that was kind of my thought, was like that maybe that's how it works. Like it creates like a new compound or element, which is essentially time. Because I mean, time's not really an element, right? But like the idea of space-time exists. So maybe it is. My thought is that maybe Corellium is alien in nature, and it's outside of the normal realm of physics and space-time, and so that maybe it comes from a place in which time is an element, and it's brought that time to where we live on our planet. So maybe Chiralium itself is something that is a time element. I don't know, dude. I'm just talking to my ass at this point. Where the fuck was I? Why it's ordinary? Okay, some researchers have gone so as far as to post this process as stealing time. That's why timefall is observed only in certain places. All that we know for certain is that is somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. Okay, that's what I said. This is merely a hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. Or, like I said, maybe it comes from a place in which time is an element, like hydrogen or oxygen. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, you understand. We humans can conceive of our own deaths and even the possibility of a place beyond death, yes? We have the capacity to conceptualize the future, an evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. Well, what if Timefall has given us a new supercharged version of this essential ability? One that will take us to the next stage of our evolution. Perhaps we wouldn't need to hole ourselves up in the Knot Cities. Perhaps, in time, the Death Stranding will come to be seen as the phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts. I'm sure you'll agree. I, for one, can't wait to set out our journey. Who knows what awaits us? I don't, I kind of don't think that. I don't necessarily think so. Because, like, you age, you die. But we know obviously we know there's another side, right? But I don't think we really necessarily know too much about it. So, anyway. That's enough of that bullshit. Again, I feel like I'm just talking up my ass, I guess. Thank you, tips. Okay, I got some likes. Facebook. Examine weapons rack. You got fuck all. I would really like to change the color of my suit. I want to wear a different colored suit. Alright, well, I guess we will leave now.
Isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Oh. So he is actually the father of this baby in this box. Baby in the bottle. I'm guessing the woman on the table is his wife, and that's the actual mother. Carried around Mads' kid.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that...
Something wrong?
When I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes.
Yeah, clearly they seem unethical, I'm being honest.
Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
So what? Oh. L1, check on BB. Oh.
That's okay. It's alright.
Oh, I rock it with the, oh my god, you can just like shake it. Oh, okay. There we go. So yeah, use the motion controls to rock it. I am not gonna fucking shake it. Gently rocking the controller. There we go. I just like, I moved the controller a little bit hard, and it was like shaking. It was like, oh! Oh!
Check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory.
Please tell me you're gonna give me a gun.
Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Do I get a gun? How do you want me to take that back? I gotta be able to kill these motherfuckers, don't I? Alright, so this is back. Chiral crystals. Well, but if I need to collect those, I need a tool to do that though.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating.
Okay.
Never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Alright, so we got PCCs all in the back right here. So no gun, huh?
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector.
Ah, there we go.
As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Yes. Okay.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling...
Oh, Hartman. That thing's connected to his heart, isn't it?
...tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation.
Yeah, I've seen them all over the
Got all
fucking
that?
place.
Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Keep on keeping on.
So how am I supposed to...
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I don't know.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye.
No, I've seen them.
I advise you to use your ultradeck to point you in the right direction.
There's one literally right
If you
here.
want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Oh. Oh, this guy's ladder, like, fell down in there.
There we go.
Alright, well. I have collected the requisitioned amount of crystals.
Damn. Pyro crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any Cairo crystals you're carrying.
Okay. Wait, so how do I... Recycle Cairo crystals at distribution center. How do I recycle them though? Oh, it's this. Never mind. I have to do the recycle for this.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels.
Hey, fucking, they're everywhere. Don't even bullshit me.
Network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Hey! Container repair spray. Hackers may use at UCA affiliated facilities. The amount of materials we've used for distribution west of the coast has increased. Clay materials.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Okay.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Maybe received a gift or two. Bridges guard. Okay. 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 Nice. Jesus. Right, delivery volume's at 10, 11. Hey, bridge link has gone up by 1. Skilled handler. To delivery volume grade 10, you can now carry more cargo. Nice.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with
Okay.
timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
Okay. Alright, well, there's a fucking grenade in here, too. The shower grenade. I want that. Carry on the tool rack. Can you, like, repair these? I wonder? Maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's right, I gotta confirm.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated Corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Okay. So I can recycle Corellium crystals, can I? You gotta see my mom's face every time I do that. Okay. So clay materials. Container repair spray. Alright, so I can craft that here.
Thank you for your contribution.
Alright. So rope. How do they expect me to like recover this without fucking dying? Alright, well we got a couple more of these, so let's read these and we might call it. Chiral symmetry. The word chiral comes from the Greek kir, meaning hand. compare your left with your right. They seem similar in both size and shape, yes? Now face your palms away from you. Place one hand over the other. Their shapes do not overlap exactly. Place your palms together and voila, a match. It is as if one hand is the mirror image of the other. But again, if you were to actually compare the mirror image of your hand to itself, we would see the two are not identical. This is the essence of chirality, the state in which the mirror image of a shape does not match the original. It has been theorized that BTs are mirror images of ourselves. Were we to exist in the same point in time and space, our shapes, as it were, would not overlap neatly onto one another, save in reflection. And when our particles meet their opposites, a void-out occurs. The new form of communication we have devised utilizes beaches, which are akin to mirrors reflecting this world and the other, hence the term chiral network. Okay, I understand that. Corellium. You would like to know more about Corellium? Well, wouldn't we all? I am happy to present the latest theories, but you must be aware this is all that they are, theories. Chiralium, like dark matter, was born along with our universe and has existed ever since, just not in a dimension we were able to perceive. Now, see, that's kind of what I said earlier, right? Like, the idea is that Chiralium is, like, from another part of the universe, or obviously, like, somewhere not in our galaxy, and it's, like, come here, and it's, like, outside of, like, the norms of what... Because, like... Right, the theory is that, like, in another dimension or another part of the universe, somewhere that's not where we live, the laws of physics could be different. Like, this has been theorized for years, that, like, there could be a galaxy somewhere in the vast distance of our, like, entire universe in which the laws of physics are completely and utterly different than what we experience in the Milky Way, right? Until now, it is the beach that gives us access to that dimension, and with it, knowledge of Corellium's existence. Just not knowledge of it, of course. We have since observed it coalescing into crystalline form and recorded measurable physical and mental effects on individuals exposed to it. It has reshaped our understanding of reality and proven instrumental in the formulation of the multiverse theory of beaches. Chiral matter is not affected by the passage of time. As far as these particles are concerned, none has elapsed since the Big Bang. Oh, I see. So, Corellium... so, funny enough, right? Corellium, when it interacts with, like, our universe, for example, like water, it accelerates the passage of time. But Corellium itself does not age in the passage of time. It is... Basically, what they're saying is, like, these particles are no older than when our universe first began, right? So they are as old as, like, for example, the Big Bang, but they have not aged since then, which is very odd. Little wonder they escaped our notice for so long until Man and BT first came together in Void Out and left nothing but Corellium in their wake. Many of these claims are yet to be verified, but I believe that this is a fair summary of the scientific community's current consensus on the matter. No pun intended. I shall soon be heading west with the first expedition, and I look forward to learning more about Corellium and its connections to the beach along the way. Alright. Interesting. Oops. Goddamn tips. Wait, what? Carrying chiral crystals makes Sam lighter. So every 1,000 CG of chiral crystals collected will reduce Sam's burden by 1 kilogram. That's very odd, and also seems kind of like... I'll go through these eventually. I'll probably just, like, look through these eventually. But what an odd... what a very odd... what a very odd mechanic. Yeah, basically kind of, like, shows what our relationship is to each of these facilities. So I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing the idea is the way to play this game is to basically deliver to find cargo and deliver it to these locations to increase your relationship with these locations. The higher relationship gets with these locations, the more things that you eventually get in the long run, right? Of course, it would be better if I had the box, right? So there's a mailbox here as well. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save. And when we come back next time, we will be heading over here to get this printer interface from the Mule Post box, which seems like a bad idea considering that I don't have any weapons to defend myself. So, but yeah. This, in all honesty, there are things about this game I don't like, and there are things about this game I do like, and I can't really tell you the difference between the two currently, which is, I know sounds really weird, but like I think it's like, for example, there's a lot like with Deliver at All Costs, there's a lot of physics-based shit in this, so there's like the idea that like you have to maintain your balance so that you don't fall, and if you fall, your cargo gets damaged and perhaps broken. I haven't fallen yet, which, you know, no fall run, hopefully. But there's things I do like. Like, I like the idea of being able to stack all of these things the way that I want it. And, like, I like being able to kind of find all these things and deliver it. And I think the idea is I love seeing all the, like, upgrade, like, all the meters going up, like, oh, you've accomplished this. I like all that stuff. I think visually this game's pretty good as well. Like, I think it's enjoyable. I really would, you know, a lot of people talk about how this is a walking sim. I would really like to get my hands on some guns. I know that there's, like, shooting in this and everything. I would really love to get my hands on some guns and, like, actually get into some fucking action, right? Like, I really want to get into that. And obviously there's a bike here, and I really want to use that, because that's the end of the walking, son. I'll be riding bikes. Like, fuck walking. Like, I think that's another thing I'm not really too much of a fan of, is that I feel like a lot of the just system of how it's like walking everywhere, I feel it's slow paced. You know, like, I feel like I'm wondering if this game kind of picks up in terms of speed, because I really don't want to have to walk everywhere, right? Like, I really want to, like, use vehicles. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that at the same time, I'm still kind of confused by, like, I mean, I would be more than happy to deliver a lot of this bullshit cargo if I had the bike, right? Get the bike, deliver the bullshit, and get all that stuff, because I would love to increase all those meters again. Especially if I could get back through here, I could deliver a lot of that shit from, like, you know, the way station back to Capital. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. We'll have to see, though, in the next one. Hopefully, you know, we get something out of it. So, I'm going to, and speaking of the next one, I think I am going to actually maybe do another part. What time is it? Oh, it's actually almost 2:40, so I don't think I will. Anyway, I will see you all in the next one then. Take care and goodbye.